see talented young backs in Cam Akers and Jonathan Taylor. The Rams and the Colts are full steam ahead, and they're headed your way next.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Wentz now on first down. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 51 yards.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're preparing for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 19. From the red zone now, Wentz. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he pulls it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 57 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Fields' throw is complete into the hands of Higbee. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. They'll try and throw for it.
And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you tell the offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
From the 27, Wentz. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And some room to run now. Pushes past him. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wentz going to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. That catch good for only a couple.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. As they go to work on a first.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes this a 14-8 ball game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Play action. It's Fields.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts team.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. Really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Fields. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Wentz is thrown into the hands of Pittman here.
And getting this just shy of midfield and spotted at the 49.
40 catches as a rookie for Michael Pittman. He overcame some early injury problems and really developed into a reliable target as the season went on. The son of a former running back, that's what he looks like after the catch.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40.
And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go! Let's go!
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen to Hines. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Got a man open, it's Ross.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. That's out to the flat for Akers. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Fields. That's complete to the tight end, Hopkins. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Off play action. Fields. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. They'll look to throw. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Indianapolis. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, one of the receivers streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far, brings up 3rd down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A final shot before half for Wentz. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a burst right there.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Fields on 1st down. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a give. Akers running left. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. Over the middle, and there's a... catch. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big time.
Here's a diving catch right side. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing now is Wentz. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Beckham the return. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. A solid stiff arm. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to power it in with Arma. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Wentz now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the 35 on 2nd down. Fields. He finds Hopkins complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second down and goal. Fields flush to his right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Fields. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st down, Wentz completes it to Hilton. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 85 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for L.A. That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams are on their way to a 2-0 start. They'll try and throw for it. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So now Wentz and the Colts offense down by 16. A minute 17 remains. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Pascal. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got Doyle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
This goes out right to Doyle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Wentz now on first down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Wentz to throw again. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. Probably too late. It looks like a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. One final try now for Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41.
And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing.